around for a little bit, but I am recording, so that's good.
That's all good. So yeah, you can check out. Obviously, they're going to be on both our YouTube sites. So that will be obviously ColbyCheeZe or for Deman. Meanwhile, there's got to be a dragon attempt coming up soon. We're up to nearly 12 minutes. You can see both got wards there. Actually, Warwick is hovering around the position, as is Amumu. You can see them both on the bottom right corner of the map now. I'm still dribbling over the fact that we can see absolutely everything. You can see that pretty much everybody has summoner spells available to them, as well as the ultis, because we can see the ultis as well. This is frankly awesome that we can see everything. And BF sword already on Misfortune. Vayne yet to go back and get any BF swords or anything like that. It's actually gone with the double Dorrance, which so it should be pretty close to it. Has got that one kill, so it must be fairly close in the goal to be able to go buy a BF sword. And that's a big need for Westeros, and Westeros is going to go back and get that, I think, now. And I guess as soon as they come back, we're going to see possible dragon attempt. They need to be careful that the fact that both bottom lane are full health. They have Linak around, so they need to be careful they don't give up the dragon. You can see Warwick in there poking towards it at the moment. I guess he's trying to taunt to see if anyone's going to move towards him. No, he's going for it.
Alright, so Warwick is going to go for that dragon. I don't know if this is very safe. They don't have a ward to see him, so unless they CV this, they could potentially take that, and Jen's going to come in here and help. Oh yeah, there's the CV, so they're going to back off.
So meanwhile, top lane, 86 to 66. Dyrus actually starting to catch back in there now. Obviously, as Singe gets a little stronger, he can start taking those minions much quicker with his gas. And you can see, if you can look in the minimap, you can see him constantly going near. He's just obviously trying to get in there, get to flip on him. So they've got 3 down the bottom. The Clairvoyance goes down. They're obviously trying to get a ninja gank down the bottom there. Warwick was trying to creep along the bushes there. Clairvoyance spotted him straight away, though. Karthus is actually backing away from Annie. So I don't know whether they've just had a little action in there. And you can see Annie's trying to possibly positioned to get around the side. Karthus has ported back, so Karthus been back and bought a needlessly large rod. Got a catalyst as well in there, and Annie's still on the sorceress. Oh, they're going to go straight for Dan Din here. Dan Din's going to go down very quickly there. Oh, the ulti wasted though, but that's surely going to be. That's going to be got to be a dragon now. They're going to be almost certainly going for dragon.
Wow, that I was not expecting. So who? I don't know who has that. That was Aurelia. Had the teleported in on top of him. That's what I guess solidified the kill him. His 4v1 right there, pretty much. That was actually a really nice move on her part. You don't see teleport very often, but I guess that it's becoming more popular again, doing those teleport ganks and whatnot.
Yeah, it's actually something that pretty much most of the EU teams do use on the top lane. They tend to have it. If you see Wicked in team games, etc., you'll see him with it. Dyrus getting very aggressive to put the poison down. He needs to be careful that he's got the rest of the team actually coming across him. I don't think he realises it's just Karthus now, so everybody else is backed away. Aurelia on Annie in mid there, and everybody else just returning to lane. So first dragon, the important gold now. You can see 17.1k to 15.6k. So quite an advantage slowly building up for against all authorities here. Still only 2-2 in kills though. So it's great that everything is available to us. Just literally at the glimpse of an eye. I'm actually still excited about this. The fact
I know it's like so much to take in at once.
The question is, can we get to use this on a normal server instead of having to download a 2 gig separate client every time?
That is the question, and I hope that I know that they said it won't be out immediately after Dreamhack, but they should have it out shortly, and that should be the start to a replay system as well. Being able to use this in a replay type system, so I'm kind of looking forward to that also.
Yeah, so the jungle advantage that Dan Din had early on has not really helped that much. They're still pretty much even level 7, both Amumu and Warwick. Remember, he obviously took the lizard buff very early on. Janna is placing wards, but they can see her. Remember, so the view they've got at the moment is the fog of war of the team. So they haven't got full spectator on. They're not looking at everything. So it's
that's
just
kind of nice, though. That's a new one as well, being able to see just the fog of war for the team.
Yeah, it's helpful because you can. Especially, you can't see the clairvoyances, etc. when they go down. Like the clairvoyance was just used there by Kuja down the bottom here. So we can see where it went.
It helps you know where the clairvoyances are being used at and stuff.
Yeah, and obviously the ward placements, etc. You can fully appreciate what they've got. I think it's going to be pretty even at the top here now. 118 to 96. I think Dyrus is actually going to. Look at it. He's catching quite quickly now with the CS. I think Soza's starting to meet his match and having to be very careful. You can see, look, how aggressive Dyrus is being now.
Yeah, Singe, that's the way Singe works. Is he's got a really kind of a difficult early lane against a lot of champions, but once he gets his catalyst, he can start really pushing ahead. He's very strong, hard to kill, and that's what they'll do. You'll see these things. They'll just run past the tower, kill the creeps, and then run back.
Oh, and flash used. Both two summoner spells used up there. Linac and Salsa in mid, just having to flash out of that one, and flash perfectly timed as well, just as the bandage toss came out. So avoiding that gank, which actually pulled Misfortune out of lane, so she's going to be missing the CS and experience down the bottom there, which is why you can see Vayne is caught up again in CS, and they're pretty even in builds actually. Aurelia gone Phage, and yeah, pretty much identical build between Misfortune and Vayne.
I see lots of pings on the map. I don't know whose pings those are though.
Oracle clearing out the woods.
So, I guess it's got color, so green and then red.
Warwick just flashed through and suppressed straight onto Kuja there. Vayne's going to ulti in, actually. Oh, no. Vayne's going to get exhausted. Perfectly timed there by Misfortune, saving him nicely. We get a little picture-in-picture there of against all authorities, I believe that is, in the bottom corner there. So Westeros saving double lift there. Double lift. Actually, no, it wasn't double lift. It was Warwick actually went straight in. So Warwick flashed and ulted up. You can see the E on the right-hand side there. Flash is also obviously being used by Annie, by Salsa. We saw it used early on. It's just great that we can see all the abilities and everything, so we don't have to just guesstimate all the time. So much times in replays, you just have to completely guess what you're looking at. And well, gold-wise, it's still the advantage is growing. It's increasing, isn't it, for against all authorities?
It is increasing, and once this dragon comes up, I'm curious to see if they're able to grab a.
Oh, Westeros is in trouble.
Now, I'm curious. I think you're a little bit ahead too. And that's,
oh, am I? Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah. I see. Just completely got destroyed there.
yeah. Okay, so I'm giving stuff away before you get to see it. I'm a
what
voyeur.
18, 14, 15?
Yeah, 18, 22, 23, 24. So I'm probably ahead. I mean, I am.
4 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's not like huge. All right. Cool
meanwhile,
so,
I can see Dyrus actually in the jungle with Amumu, and Amumu needs to be very careful here because Dyrus is going to be a lot stronger now, and exactly where he's going to surely flip him. He just used the ult, he cuts him on the tower. Aurelia's going to come straight down, he's going to get hit by the tower. Don't follow, that's what he's not going to do. But meanwhile, I think the mid tower may well go down here because Dandin and Salsa both on it with Warwick and Annie, and well, I actually thought Sinch was going to come across and help them as well and maybe take that turret down, but instead they've backed away. I don't know why they didn't stick in and take the tower down so quick. They could have easily three-manned up and took that tower down. Could have been the first tower, but actually second tower, because bottom tower did go down after that gank on Vayne, down bottom.
Yeah, that's true. They do need to even that up before too long. If they lose 2 more towers, then they're going to have a huge disadvantage in this match. So that's something. That's probably one of the most important things in these games, is that you don't want to get behind on towers. You want to at least stay even on them so as not to get snowballed against.
So it looks like they're setting up for Dragon here. Yeah, ward goes down. It is definitely due. We're getting a glimpse of EG there. I believe that's Dandin, is it, on the bottom corner?
Yeah, I believe so. That's Dandin.
So meanwhile, the lanes are pretty much returning. Just in Carthus porting away, and I guess they're waiting for that dragon to respawn. It's not up yet, as Dyrus is going to port away and buy. Let's have a quick look at the items while they are doing it. I guess a needlessly large rod may well come out on Dyrus down. No, he hasn't. He's gone towards the void staff. Okay, so he's got himself the giant belt, and meanwhile we can see that I want to mouse over them with the Rabadon's death cap on Carter, so I'm trying my best not to touch the mouse. Misfortune completed Infinity Edge, and I guess it's going to be Bloodthirster on Vayne. Obviously the kills advantage slightly for Misfortune as well. Dragon has spawned at the moment, so it looks like they're getting in position for that. And Annie's not quite got towards Rabadon's death cap, she's building towards that. Aegis has been built on Warwick, and they're going to catch out Mama there. Mama's been completely caught out in the open. He's going to go down in seconds. He's going to obviously pop his ulti towards the end of that. Is he even going to bother wasting it? He kind of needs to, because they're going to immediately go down to Dragon. He needs to get that little dent on him. He has done, so that's going to put the dent in their health. They're going to come around towards Dragon, and I'm not sure if Against All Authorities are going to go for it here. They're not. Aurelia needs to stop. Now Aurelia's going to take the top tower instead. They're just going to I think they're going to give it up for the top tower.
So that was pretty nice gank there, and now while they did get a dragon and a gank, if they lose top tower, that's going to be pretty bad for them. So hopefully they can go around and take bottom. I don't know if they're going to do that though. It doesn't look like they are all headed in that direction. So we'll have to see if that's the way it plays out. Can't really see how the health is on the top. I know they're pinging that, so Dyrus is trying to get there as fast as possible. It is pretty low, and I think he should be able to defend it, but she's going to go ahead and back out of there, so that's pretty smart. And I think that's... Okay, so it looks like Misfortune wants to steal the jungle buff here as well. Or not steal it, but take it. No? Never mind. Yeah, lots of pinks going down now. These guys, they just want to be all over the map. They're like, what do we need to do, guys? Let's get over here and do some stuff. We got Rest Rice running around in
it's a bottom
bush.
again.
So this could be a big gank here. I don't know if they see this. I can't tell if that's a ward for... yeah, here he goes, flashing over the wall to push him into the wall himself. Lots of damage going down, but both exhausts from both teams. So big damage, but Vayne's not able to get her full range of damage off just because of that exhaust. They still do take them out. That was so much damage going down on both of them. There was no chance they could do them. They had 4 people to swap out for the tower damage, so there was not too much risk there. And Dowers looks like he's going to be in big trouble up here on the top lane, and definitely going to go down to Souza. And so I think they're going to take this top tower now.
Yeah, so they're going to keep pushing on, and it was good juking actually around the tower. So the mid tower's gone down as well to Karthus. Karthus is going to take Salsa down. Salsa does go down to Mama there, and the top tower is also certainly going to go down. We're going to see whether they're going to continue pushing. I don't think they will, although they could easily carry on pushing, and certainly until that lane's going. They're going to go for the lizard buff instead, so they're going to back away. So top tower, so all 3 outer towers now down for EG, just as the bottom and top tower down for against Authority. So still pretty even. You can see gold-wise 30.3k to 28. So just a 2k advantage. Well, say just. That's a pretty big advantage. And it's still fairly even. It could easily go either way. There's nobody picked up a massive advantage from lane phase. Nobody's roamed. Nobody's caught anyone out too often. There's not really anyone fell behind. And the right people really have been getting the kills. Obviously, we've not seen a Mumu and Soraka stealing any kills in there, or Janna.
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, the right people have kind of got the kills. We've got Zeal now on Misfortune, so he's kind of pretty much built up. Where Vayne as well in the exact response has got that Zeal, and Bloodthirster has got an agility pot out as well, actually. Rabadon's death cap on both Karthus and Annie, so pretty even in that stakes. Sorcerer's boots on both of them as well. Soraka, as we can see, Hearts of Gold actually not gone stacking anything on any Philosopher's Stone actually. And we were talking about the GP5 items. Obviously, that's going to change drastically how support and the roaming tanks kind of work. So that's going to be interesting to see how the metagame changes with that. At the moment, it's looking like Against All Authorities are possibly stacking up for a potential Baron trap there. I'm not too sure. It's 24 minutes in. It's entirely possible, and that looks like what everybody's starting to position for here.
Yeah, you can see that they've got literally, I don't know how many stacks of wards, but they've got lots of them. And that's, you can tell just from the Soraka, she's got like 2 stacks of wards there. So they're planning on warding up the entire Baron area and either baiting that out or looking for an opportunity to run over there and grab that whenever EG is possibly going for Dragon or something of that nature. Now, Soraka is actually quite low on items. I guess she's been spending all of her time on the wards and just giving up that CS, which is pretty standard for a support champion. Whereas Double is going for more of a, I guess, a strong Doran's build rather than the gold per 5. But I don't know. I'm going to see how that plays out.
Well, I can say that a lot of people discussed about the how viable an esport this was. I think this is kind of showing that it really is now. I don't think there's many people that can knock it. The fact that there's 72,000 people now watching this at 10:15 a.m. in the morning in the EU, and 4 a.m. your time, something like that. This is just
literally is.
Yeah, and we've not even got to prime time viewing yet. This is definitely going to hit 100k, and I can't think of many games that have even got close to that, probably barring StarCraft 2, I guess. But Lineker is going to continue chasing on Double Lift there. Double Lift's easily going to get away from that. But they're really starting to push the pace. They're trying to force them away from Barony, you can see. But really, until they actually pick a gank up. Meanwhile, Misfortune, the 2 AD carries and Vayne down the bottom are both quite happily farming up while everybody just postures up and really tries to pick position here. And I think everybody's got the ultis up. Yeah, there's all ultis, all summoner spells, so it's going to be all down to this team fight, I think, who could win this game.
Yeah, this is going to be huge.
Singed.
Okay, he just switched the Fog of War. That was serious. I was like, what's going on? We don't have a Nocturne in the game. Oh, Dyrus, man, if he goes down right here, they could be picking up a free Baron off of that, and no, I don't think it's going to die yet.
Oh, no!
Oh, he ran back in there. I don't know if that was... He's trying to oh man, that was a perfect ultimate by Janna. Good job on Double Lift, and Dyrus actually flipped him over. That was a great bait. Got him into the turret. And then Mumu ultimate going down here as well, but I don't think anything's going to be able to happen there. If they can catch that in Mumu, that could... Oh, no! Momo gets destroyed so quick. I was not expecting Janet to get that kill, but here goes the ultimate from him. And I think Janet's going to... Oh, Janet just barely lives from that! But Alenax is able to take out Sauce in the meantime. Pretty epic fight on both sides, but it looks like AAA actually fell behind on that one. I don't think they're going to be able to pick up Baron here, but they might be able to push this out, and that is a pretty good advantage for them. They almost evened it up in gold. If they're able to take down that middle tower, that would probably be what they want to head for so that they have that map control. I don't think they're going to be able to get that since they all did B, but that does help them out for the next time. So one more fight like that, if they lose that, and Epic Gaming has enough strength to push out Baron, and that could be bad.
Yeah, so that's pretty much even things up. They say 9-6 in kills now. Gold-wise, that's actually caught up. And really, this... They've actually just done a big Damash here shout on the stream. It's his thing. He loves it with the crowds. What I was to get into is the fact that the CS, this really demonstrates how big an advantage that CS gives you. So despite the fact they're 9-6 down, they're still nearly 1,000 ahead in gold because they've just outlaned them. They've just done so well in lane. However, they've lost in that team fight, really blowing all their abilities on Dyrus. Just really backfired. So EG are going to move in for Baron here, and I'm not too sure if they're ready for this because they're going for Dragon down the bottom. So this is going to be an easy Baron.
I told you, like, they're going to wait for EG to go for, but it's actually...
They're going to get it.
I thought it was going to be the other way around. So they actually stopped doing... Did they actually finish that Dragon? Yeah,
yep.
This is going to be bad. AAA did lose this Baron, and we're not even able to get there in near enough time.
Oh, no, Janna!
Oh! Wow. Oh, it pushed him over the wall. What an epic bad...
That was the ulti. That was Janna's ulti. What the hell was that?
I think they are pissed at him right now for that. Why did he do that? I don't understand.
What the hell? Why did he even ulti then? Because that was going to do nothing. But there was no. Everybody was full health. He must have hit the wrong key. I can only. That's the only excuse I can think for the guy.
The pressure's getting to him on this one, I guess. That's unfortunate because that was definitely a great grab. That would have been.
Well, that could have been a game ender right there because they'd have took Aurelia down. It almost certainly was very low. What Aurelia did have flash up, so may well have got away himself. But yeah. That could have been, the one man down, 4v5, Baron on. They'd have easily pushed through, got an inhib possibly from that. So that really was an absolute drastic mistake by Doublelift there, and he can't be happy. Like you say, the team are going to be really pissed with him for that. Item-wise, Phantom Dancer. I say Phantom Dancer's now been complete. You can see, really, you can see what the items are now. We don't really need to discuss them too much because, unlike before, you used to have to press tab and constantly get them up. And pretty standard builds by all players there. I can't see anything spectacularly outrageous in there.
I will say that Aurelia is getting to the point where she's going to be very strong. Once she gets her Trinity Force and can start building full tank items, it's going to be extremely difficult to handle her. So as the game goes on, it's going to be interesting to watch how strong Aurelia becomes, in addition to the damage they already have from MoMA. And so he's going straight damage, and then he's got the magic pin with that Void Staff. So he's going to be able to handle the damage from all of them. And I see that Bane's actually going to go for the magic resist as well, noting that that's basically straight counter to Karthus, but they still have to deal with Misfortune and Aurelia, who do really big AD. So, that's a pretty good team comp that aAa has, since they can, you can't really go one thing or another to defend from them. You're going to have to decide who's doing more damage and decide to do your armor or magic resist from that point.
Yeah, and so they're setting up. I think Banshee's Veil nearly on Aurelia as well. Like I said, that Trinity on there is going to be very hard to take down. Really, it's about catching someone out now. This is, like we mentioned, with that Aurelia gank, it's just trying to catch someone out. They need to use this Baron because the Baron buff, we can't actually see the timer on the Baron buff. I think that's the one thing that's missing. I'm just trying to see if I can find one anywhere. I don't think we have.
That would be perfect. See that like on a minimap or something?
Yeah, we've got Aurelia in the top left-hand corner, but we don't have anyone in the top right to show anyone there. So it looks like they're going to go straight down for the bottom tower. They're going to take this tower almost instantly. I think they're going to have full capability. Yeah, it's going to go down very quickly there. So that's going to be the bottom tower down. Meanwhile, Dyrus was actually trying to catch anyone out that came through the jungle there. You could just see him. He was floating around trying to pick off. And ulti used there from Misfortune. Misfortune's ulti used. They're going to go straight around. They're going to take that tower down now. Dyrus is going to to pick that one off. So that's 2 towers through the Baron's Buffalo. So like I said about the fact they were wasting it and hanging around, they've actually just took 2 towers. So EG really have turned it around quite strongly here. Gold advantage now in their favour. They've actually turned that around as well. So they've got over 1,000 ahead. So. But really, it's still down to one big team fight. I don't think they're going to have a team fight with this Baron buff. I don't think Against All Authorities are certainly going to go looking for it or try and find one. I think they're just going to farm up and go buy again here, EG.
Yep, so they put a ward right there, and just to see exactly whenever they're coming, they want to have full map control, and that's what they do have at this point. I think the AAA, even though they're only a little bit behind on gold advantage, now that they lost those towers, they're only down 1 tower, but I just feel like EG is pretty strong. They got a really strong late game team, to be honest, and that Vayne with her true damage is going to be able to just completely demolish people if she's left unchecked. They don't really have any way to catch her other than a nice Amumu ult, but I think that Vayne's going to be able to stand back and wait for that initiate and then run in and take care of that, where you've got Janna and Dyrus to defend them, as well as Warwick to lock people down. Oh, this could be bad for Annie. Oh, flash is over. Nice. Oh, goodness. What's going on here? Let's do this.
Yeah, I thought, since you're obviously quite a bit behind me, but I was trying to follow it all, and this is going very badly wrong for Against All Authorities. Oh, epic battle between Janna and Soraka there. Both on absolutely no health. Souza, in the meantime, is picking up kills left, right, and centre. Can Souza finish it off? That's the question. Janna's down there. Dyrus is continuing to push on the lane. Momo does get taken down. Oh, he's not going to be able to take down Dyrus there. Janna's got to be careful. Janna's coming back around the side, and double lift on absolutely no health. And this to be very wary of Souza, because Souza could easily dive on. But what I was going to say is about the ward placement. I mean, EG had massive ward placement all around the jungle, whereas you can see on the map there's absolutely no wards at all from Against All Authorities. So I guess we're going to see ward placements coming out there. But despite their absolute suicidal diving from Linak there on Annie, and then flashing in, ulting on just one person, despite the fact the whole team were just around the corner. It was a little bit crazy, so a little bit epic fail from Linak there. And level-wise, I was just trying to see if anyone had the big advantage. You can see, obviously, Carthus is 18. It's also not quite 18. West is 17. But Linak is only 13. So he's a little bit behind in the levels. He has been jungling, obviously, but not been able to get in there. But that may start to tell now, because damage-wise, everybody's getting pretty much to their ultimate builds right now, and he is a little bit behind, so he's not really going to be able to tanky. He's going to get taken down, certainly by Vayne or Annie or someone like that, just going to literally pop him.
You know what I noticed in that fight was that the Karthus actually tried to do his ultimate and was going to kill Janna, but Dyrus was able to flip him out and kill him before the ultimate went off. So I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see that.
That was pretty epic.
Yeah,
because Janna was literally dying. I saw the Karthus ult barely even began to build up, and then boop, you see that Dyrus flipped him over and killed him. So, pretty epic, if you ask me. I don't know if he was. I guess he wasn't expecting Dyrus to run up and find him or whatever.
Yeah, I did not expect him to come run up and flip him in the face. So they're actually positioning themselves. They're just clearing out any wards. So Janna's actually got a ability power potion running here, along with those triple Dorans. Needs to be careful, doesn't get caught out there. The slow nicely being put down by EG, and that's really given them enough time for EG to regroup. They did take Dragon down in the meantime, so that's given that a bit more gold advantage again. But like you said, in there, really, the difference was, I mean, EG really had that, completely won that battle, and then Souza sort of turned it on with Aurelia, and like you mentioned, that Souza's going to get very strong now. He's got that pretty much ultimate build now as Banshee's Veil and Trinity in there, also with the Mercury Treads, so he's got a lot of managed damage, and my stream has froze. I don't know about you.
I just had to refresh it. Mine froze during that fight earlier. That's why I was like, oh crap, that's why I stopped talking. So I just pushed the little refresh button, and it seems to be fine now. But there is a fight going down here at Baron. I think they're trying to one team or the other is trying to decide who's going to make a mistake, and it looks like Dyrus is going to literally just run right through the middle of everyone, keep them slowed, and there's going to be an engage, and Momo going down with his ultimate, and Momo's just trying to put out as much damage as possible. Janna pushing everybody back and keeping people healed, and I don't think they can kill Dyrus, man. He's just so strong right now. Looks like, no, Misfortune does get caught out of place, and goes down. Here goes the ultimate by Momo, going to take a lot of damage out of people. Sauce going down now as well, and Souza's not going to live. This is a pretty close fight for both teams, and it looks like Lennox is going to be the last person alive. with Darius and Warwick. So the two tanky champions were the only ones to stay alive. Looks like they did focus the correct champions. All the tanks are the ones behind. But overall, it looks like Epic Gaming is going to come out ahead once again in this fight. So I think at this point, it feels like Epic Gaming is beginning to snowball against them. They're still only one tower ahead, and like a little over that. But look at this fight. They're just like
Dan did needed the Benny Hill music there, that's for sure. Just in that fight. That was like epic. He just seemed to have no damage on him. What's he got itemized? Yeah, he hasn't really got anything damage items, whereas he's got a lot of defense. So yeah, it's pretty much no damage. But EG just about coming out on top in that fight. Very, very close still though. So despite that's been what, 3 team fights now, and it's been very close each time. Janna actually used her ulti very well in that fight as well. Which saved quite a few people. Aurelia, in the meantime, was concentrating solely on taking Vayne down. Couldn't quite do it because got blown out of the way by the Janna ulti. Then the ulti from Westris obviously gets him that little bit of invisibility, got him away from Aurelia slightly, which got him the kill on, I believe, on Yellow Star, so taking down the AD carry. But again, they're just going to posture up, get in position, and it's back to Baron once again. And, well, I don't know what the record was, but they've smashed it now because we're up to 85,000 viewers.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, the record was around 69,000, I think, last time. Now we're 85, and it's in the morning. So
half 10 in the morning.
Most of North America is not watching this right now.
That's insane.
I know esports is huge in Europe in comparison, so I don't even doubt that at all. So that's pretty awesome. Wow. So yeah, big viewers for this event, and it's only the first match of the entire tournament. But I have to say, this is probably one of the most important matches, in my opinion, because as we were discussing before the game began, Epic Gaming and AAA are probably two of the strongest teams. Not like the strongest, but two of the strongest teams in this tournament, from what we've seen, anyways. So yeah, we could have a Baron going down here pretty soon. I think that Epic Gaming does have the advantage right now. And Warwick is tanking up, so is Dyrus. They can literally just run through the middle of everybody, and it's not like they can actually focus them down, because if you leave Vayne unchecked, then she's just gonna wreck everything. She's got so much damage at this point with she's got Bloodthirster and a Phantom Dancer, and that's pretty much the pinnacle of damage for Vayne. Once you get those two items, you just completely demolish people, and then you add a Janna shield to that, extra AD damage from that. It's pretty hard to deal with. And I think Momo's trying to stand on the other side of this wall, get a wall down, a little bit of poke damage. But overall, I think that this is going to come down to the next team fight is going to pretty much win it. And I think that EG has a stronger advantage in terms of the team comp and items and all of that at this point in time.
Yeah, and Linux going to get caught out here. He's going to go straight in the middle of the wall. Can he get his ulti off between it? No, he won't. Yes, he does. Oh, sorry. But the Banshee's Veils are all on. He was waiting for them to be popped, and he's in a little bit of trouble here. The Westris is being the target, and I'm probably ahead of you slightly on the stream, so I'll try not to give too much away. But, Linux, Soza's going to get away. This is very close. It's actually gone very blurry on my screen. As the action picks up, it goes blurry. That's incredible. I don't know what's happened there. Westris does take down Linux. They've had to back away, and like you mentioned, the team comp is going to help. They didn't manage to get any kills, but they are all incredibly low. Clairvoyance does go down. I don't know whether that would be crazy if they're going to go for Baron fight. They do, and Janna does pop the ulti. That's going to heal everybody up. They will be able to take Baron down, but will Yellow Star, has he got an ulti up? He does not. He's going to try and put the slowdown. Not going to be able to get the bounce on anyone. Darius is going to try and just keep him away. Meanwhile, Dan Din and Westris pick up the Baron, and that is got to be, like you say, going to be close to getting for a win there, but he's going to go around. Darius is going to get a kill on Yellow Star. Actually, Westris managed to pick it up. This is surely going to be EG's game now. They're going to get a team ace as it goes through, and the whirlwind actually nearly picking it up. Westris gets the kill, and wow, they've actually managed to remove the screen. There we go. We've got the screen back in the middle. They actually managed to remove it. Yeah, and Westris 939 on Vayne. So Vayne, expect to see Vayne banned from Westris as well as a Kali now from future games.
I can only imagine that we will see that. I mean, Vayne's generally banned all the time. I'm surprised they did leave that open. I'm kind of curious if maybe she's not as popular in EU, but I know that she's literally one of the #1 bans just because how strong she is in North America. So maybe you can kind of correct me on that one.
Yeah, no, absolutely she is, and I equate her to basically the equivalent of Tryndamere, ranged Tryndamere. She's just no matter what you do in the game, you could feed like crazy early on. But later game, she will become so strong that you just have to deal with it. You can't ignore her, and really, she's got the great build from your Phantom Dancer, Bloodthirster, Banshee's Veil. It's going to be very hard to stop. Obviously, you can roll around, got the support, and so really everybody's helping her to become this ultimate killing machine. A 939 now. Really, it's Dyrus is actually doing such it's such a great job that he doesn't really get the glory for what he's doing, because they're so cautious of the fact that he's laying down that poisonous gas and flipping people around if anyone gets remotely near Vayne. So he's and obviously you've got the suppress from Warwick in there, Janna's ulti. So really, it's got, like you say, a great team composition just to keep him in the battle and keep everyone away. So that's the first inhibitor down. You can see on the kills, 23 to 12 kills now. So big advantage for EG, and EG surely in the strongest position with the Baron buff on to continue pushing on and take this. They've got 9,000 team gold advantage, big team gold advantage. Obviously all the towers going down. It's only a matter of time before that top inner turret goes down, which they may even stack up and start taking towards now. But yeah, Against All Authorities really need to just turtle up and try and defend and try and take out as many of these super minions that are now coming in. But really they're all in prime build, so there's not really a fat lot, but still a Mumu, only level 15, so he's still not quite got to 18, whereas I think pretty much, yeah, anyone that counts is 18 already on Epic, apart from obviously a double lift. Well, Dandin's not as well, but a double lift, but the support not being at the top level is not really the issue, but the fact that your tank can't get in, and Amumu went in, and he got pretty much popped very quickly in that fight, and that's kind of been the issue at the moment. You can see, obviously, 251, you don't care about kill stats for a tank, but he's not really been able to, and I think he used his ulti in that fight when a lot of the Banshee's Veils were still up, so obviously it was a wasted ulti as well, so I guess he's waiting for his team to pop it, but there's not really anyone there that can pop it outside of probably Karthus there. Oh, Linux got to be careful, he's going to get caught there, he's going to have to back away, but I think we're going to see the final team fight here, Colby.
I agree, and I mean, I think that AAA lost around the last 3 or 4 fights, and it just kept declining from that point on. And so yeah, as you said though, Dyrus, I mean, he's from the very beginning where he was able to ward off that gank at the tower and just continuing onward, it shows that, I mean, Singe literally has been his main since the beginning of the game. So so he knows the character very well, and it shows in this game at a very high level. He knows how to play Singe, who's not necessarily a very popular pick in a lot of matches, but he's obviously very strong when used properly in this case. And so yeah, I don't think that AAA has much they can even do at this point. Even, let's say, the Baron buff goes down and they defend this a little bit. I think that EG overall just has a stronger team composition late game, so...
Yeah, and Warwick just poking there and just basically trying to draw the abilities out, I think, from him. Dandy's just seeing if anyone's going to stick around and stay close. Meanwhile, the poisonous gas gets laid down at the top. They're almost certainly going to switch across to the left here. They're just pushing the super minions in, and they're going to move straight across to the left and take that tower down. So they need to be careful that nobody actually gets caught out there. You can see they're trying to pop, I think, the Banshee's Veils. They're just trying to see if they can draw anyone down. Oh, Dandin is going to get caught. They're going to blow straight in there. Aurelia's going to back straight out. Mumu thought about it for a moment there. Thought about going in. Yeah, flash from Warwick, but oh, the stuns have actually been used up there, so and here he goes. They're going straight in there. They do manage to get the ulti straight down. Amumu did get the ulti on, but Janna immediately blew straight away, though. Replied straight away with the ulti. Needs to be careful there. They're all very low. Nobody's really priority targeting at all here. Karthus' ulti's going to catch a lot of people who didn't quite get the kill on anyone, and I think EG are going to surely take the game here. Yellow Star's going to go down on the tower, and that will be the final one, and that is a team ace, and absolutely everyone around. And really, that was completely about nobody priority targeting. There was everybody going for everyone. You just need to look at EG's health. Everybody's low health, so nobody was really prime targeted, and EG have taken that one. Really nice work there from EG, and well, like I said, I said at the start, the game will be the big teller for Against All Authorities versus EG, how they can take it, and EG have just proven that they are one of the prime competition in this game now, because that could possibly make them top this group.
Yeah, that was a great job, EG. You can really tell that they had their
90,000 viewers.
They played so well that game. I mean, it was such a close game. Both teams did really well, and you just kind of saw that the players on EG were able to pull ahead, and in the end, save for maybe one kind of big mistake by double lift at one point. But other than that, I think he had some great ultimates throughout the entire game, so you had to give him credit for those for sure. So yeah, they're super excited. You can definitely tell they're all smiling, big smiles on their face. Which, of course, in a tournament where there's 100 grand on the line, you definitely have to be.
Yeah, and you've just beaten basically what Europe class as their number one team. That's the main thing. So now they're thinking, okay, so our only rivals now are the guys we know.
Yeah.
TSM and CLG. Well, they've beat CLG, so and they're thinking, well, TSM they know each other very well, so we could well be looking at a possible EG TSM final here. I think now.
Yeah, for sure. And so I don't know which person's winning. I know Darius just from seeing him on stream, but
Uh,
see these guys yelling at.
I'll be intrigued to hear Dyrus' excited voice.
Yeah, he's the taller one here.
Yeah. So, looks like the parents may have gone with them as well there.
Interesting. Yeah, that's definitely one. So yeah, definitely exciting. I mean, there's got to be a lot of energy there at DreamHack right now. So just being in that room in general is probably just overwhelming feeling. So have to be a little jelly of everyone there.
Oh, absolutely jealous. Yeah, completely. And everyone obviously watching. But, the fact that there's 90,000 viewers watching the very first game of the DreamHack finals says everything about this game, says how big it is. It's certainly got haters in the MOBA worlds, of all the Hons and Dotas, etc. But you can't deny the fact that there's nearly 100,000 people watching that stream. And they talked about the 69,000 of the qualifiers, and they were like, oh, but it's not the biggest stream because StarCraft had 75,000 for the MLG. Well, it's just been blown away.
Yeah, just been blown away. So
90,000 by the
is like this huge game, but League of Legends, so early in the morning, first game, 90,000 viewers. What?
Yeah, absolutely
Wow,
insane
so
stuff.
wild.
So that's the first game.